We've all been there, right? You see Wikipedia citations everywhere, in research papers, online debates, and probably half your Google searches. It's pretty much the default source for public knowledge. But what if Elon Musk just announced he's building something to, well, replace it? And I mean, entirely. This isn't just some new website. Nope. This is a fundamental challenge to how we define truth online.
So that's the big question, isn't it? Could an AI really replace Wikipedia? It feels like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but this is happening right now. And it's a project that could totally reshape our relationship with information, moving us from a human-led system to one curated by AI.
And this really is the core conflict in a nutshell. On one side, you have a system built by, human volunteers. And on the other, a system curated by artificial intelligence. This shift represents a huge bet on the capabilities and supposedly the neutrality of AI to manage our collective knowledge.
Yeah, Musk is not exactly being subtle about his ambitions here. With this one statement, he's basically thrown down the gauntlet, positioning his new venture, Grokpedia, as a direct challenger to one of the biggest pillars of the internet. So, let's get into it. What exactly is he building?
All right, first up, Musk's new encyclopedia. Let's dig into this new vision for knowledge.
So, at its core, Grokpedia is a project from Musk's AI company, xAI. The big idea is to move beyond the traditional wiki model and create a knowledge base that's powered by AI, with a stated focus on transparency and neutrality.
And you gotta understand, Grokpedia isn't just some standalone project. It's a key part of xAI's much bigger mission, which is literally to understand the universe. Musk sees this as a tool to help humanity get a clearer picture of reality, or, as he likes to put it, to figure out what the hell is really going on.
And these are the core promises they're making. It's being pitched as a public good, open source, completely free, with no limits on use, and anyone can contribute. These principles are absolutely key to understanding why Musk believes this isn't just an alternative, but an actual improvement.
So why even build this? Wikipedia is a massive, established platform. What problem does Grokpedia claim to solve?
And look, it's a fair question. Wikipedia is a global institution, so why build a competitor from scratch? The answer lies in a specific and pretty controversial critique of the current system.
The entire motivation for Grokpedia is the claim that Wikipedia has become hopelessly biased. And this isn't just Musk's opinion. It's a view shared by others, including, get this, Wikipedia's own co-founder, Larry Sanger. They argue that a small group of editors with a specific worldview now controls the narrative on a whole lot of topics.
So the core idea here is to replace the potential for human bias with algorithmic balance. Grokpedia aims to use its AI to cross-check facts, identify one-sided arguments, and ensure multiple perspectives are represented on any given topic.
Okay, so that's the what and the why, but how does it actually work? Let's get into the technology that's supposed to make all this possible.
The engine here is Grok, that's xAI's flagship large language model. And its key feature is that it's not working from some old static training data. No, it has real-time access to the live internet, including posts from X, which means it can generate and update articles continuously.
The model they're proposing is a kind of hybrid, a collaboration between humans and AI. So people can contribute content, but the Grok AI serves as this incredibly powerful moderator. It's designed to catch vandalism, fact-check claims against a bunch of different sources, and even generate content to fill in missing viewpoints, all to aim for a more balanced article.
It's also really important to understand this distinction. Grok is the chatbot, right? You ask it a question, it gives you an answer, and the conversation disappears. Grokpedia, on the other hand, is going to be a persistent, publicly browsable encyclopedia. It's designed for storing and organizing knowledge, not just answering one-off questions.
This all sounds incredibly ambitious, which brings us to the biggest question of all. Can he actually do it? Well, to answer that, we have to look at his track record.
To really understand the odds of Grokipedia succeeding, it's helpful to look at the pattern of Musk's past ventures. From SpaceX to Tesla to Neuralink, nearly all of them were initially dismissed by experts as completely impossible or wildly impractical.
I mean, take SpaceX. After 3 failed launches, the media was basically writing it off as a doomed venture. Today, SpaceX is pioneering reusable rockets that land themselves, something many in the aerospace industry thought was pure fantasy.
And then there's Tesla. Pundits dismissed electric cars as a niche product that could never be profitable or mainstream. And yet today, Tesla is a major auto manufacturer with millions of EVs on the road, having completely transformed the industry.
And how about Neuralink? For years, it was written off as pure science fiction. But in early 2024, the impossible happened. The first human patient, a man with quadriplegia, sent a tweet using only his thoughts. Just let that sink in.
This quote really gets to the heart of the philosophy behind these projects. The pattern is so consistent: a bold vision, a chorus of doubters, and then a breakthrough that shifts the whole conversation from if to how.
Okay, let's pull all this together. What does the arrival of Grokpedia really mean for the future of how we find and trust information?
So Grokpedia seems to be following that classic Musk playbook, a massive promise that's met with immediate skepticism. But as we've seen, his track record suggests that it would be pretty unwise to just dismiss it out of hand. While its future as a Wikipedia replacement is totally uncertain, it's a development that could have huge implications for how we access information.
And this brings us to a fundamental question for our digital age. Who do you trust to be the arbiter of truth? The messy, chaotic, but undeniably human process of community editing, or a powerful AI designed to be neutral, but ultimately controlled by a single company? There's no easy answer, but it's a question we'll all have to confront probably a lot sooner than we think.